Let me go ahead and explain this Deontay Wilder lowballing in a way that I believe most of you will understand. All right? The whole, well, that's more than you've ever made argument, okay? It could apply sometimes in boxing, but in cases when it's like a fight that everybody wants to see, it just doesn't apply, all right? It just doesn't apply. So let me put it this way. Let me explain it in a way that everybody could understand. Let's say that 5 years ago you started a job, and this job was paying you let's say you started at $25,000 a year, right? You worked hard, you showed up on time. When it needed overtime, you volunteered. You know, you volunteered to work some weekends. When a coworker needed to swap a day, you helped them out. You were never late, rarely called in. Always made up your dates. Always made sure that you put top-notch work. So after 1 year, I mean, you get a raise. Okay, you get an appraisal, and they give you a $1,000 a year raise. So you start making $26,000 a year. Following year, same thing, right? So you're getting a raise year after year because you're putting in that work. They're giving you anywhere from $500 to $1,200, somewhere around there. You're just getting a raise. I mean, you're moving on up every year, and you're working for it. After 5 years, you end up at just about $30,000 a year. Your hard work has paid off. You're making more every year, and you're around $30,000 a year now. But now things are getting even better, because now, I mean, you're going to get a promotion, and with that promotion is going to come a very big raise from what you're making right now. So your hard work has really paid off, not just in giving you that yearly raise every year and holding a steady job, not just that, but the fact that your hard work's finally going to pay off. Now, to be the manager of the enterprise, let's say that you know for a fact that at the very least, managers were making $50,000. Some even make close to $70,000. Let's just say you knew that. And let's just say you knew, man, a lot of those guys, some of them got fired, some of them were doing terrible jobs. You're getting this promotion because you're doing a terrific job. You're going to be one of the best managers they've ever had. And you've earned this spot. You've earned this raise. You get that interview. You pass the interview. They say, we're going to give you this promotion. And then they tell you, whoo, we're going to give you a $6,000 a year raise. You're going to make $36,000 a year. More than you've ever made. You're getting a bigger raise this year than you did the last 5 years combined. You never make this type of money. This is the most money you've ever made. Now, is that true? Is it true that that's $36,000 a year is more than you've ever made? Well, yes. Is it true that getting a $6,000 raise all at once is bigger than you've ever gotten in that job before? Yes, it's all true. Doesn't mean you're not getting lowballed. All right? It doesn't mean that they're paying you what you're supposed to get paid for that position. You know that at the least it's supposed to be $50,000. You know that at $14,000 and up, they're screwing you out of every year. And you've been one of, let's call it, one of the champions of that job for 5 years. Let's call it never had a loss. Nothing but wins all the time. Doing what you got to do. Whatever your company put in front of you, you took care of. There's maybe one, maybe two guys in the entire enterprise that could even compare to you. And they're going to lowball you like this. Again, it's true that it's the most you've ever made. It's true that it's the biggest raise you've ever gotten. But you're getting lowballed. And you know you are. You know that other manager in the enterprise is making $60,000. And they're probably going to give him another raise, and he's probably going to make $64,000, $65,000 the next year. You believe you're better than that guy. And they want to give you $36,000 a year for that position? Now somebody might tell you, well, dude, just take it. Be grateful for what they're giving you, right? Well, that person's a fucking asshole is what they are. If they were to tell you that. You're not getting this job. You're not getting this position because you're the boss's favorite. You're not getting this position because you're sleeping with a boss. You're not getting this position because you're the son of one of the bosses or the son of the owner. You're not getting this position because you're sleeping with the daughter of the owner. Or, you know, this is not why you're getting this position. You're getting this position because you've earned it. You're getting this position because you're at the least top 2 in the company at what you do. That's why they're giving you this promotion. And they want to pull the what's more than you've ever made. Like, yeah, I know it's more than I've ever made. First of all, I've earned those raises over the years. I was working hard for those raises. And I've earned a raise this year, but you should be giving me my raise that I would usually get, and then you should bump me up those $20,000 for that promotion. That's the problem with the whole, what's more than he's ever made. Come on now. When you're contributing to the enterprise, you know, and you're like, I mean, it's at some point, people got to stop falling for the what's more than he's ever made argument, right? Because in this situation, something's not right. Because the type of money HBO's going to drop, Showtime's going to drop. The type of money, you know, people are going to drop for this fight. Corporations will drop for this fight because they want this fight. And you just want to give Wilder a flat fee like that. That's what you want to do. Now, look, if you do percentage-wise and let's say the event doesn't do as great as you thought and it turns out Wilder does about that amount, okay, fine. I'm not saying Joshua shouldn't get the lion's share. That's not what I'm saying at all. But this is for the undisputed heavyweight championship of the world. That's a fact. Leave your opinions to the side. Oh, he's a paper champion. Opinion. Well, I don't think he deserves it. Opinion. There's only one road to the undisputed championship. One. And that's these two titans clashing. That's the only way that happens. That's it. That's the only way this fight happens. Look, I understand that sometimes fighters gotta just accept it. Wilder may very well just say, doesn't look like he is, but he might just very well say, well, what can I do? Fuck, I'll take the offer. Right? Just like in my hypothetical, you could very well say, all right, I'll take the position. It is more than I've ever made. It's $36,000 a year. I'm at $30,000 now. I'm gonna get a $6,000 raise a year. That's as much of a raise I've had in the last 5 years. So I guess I'll take it. I'll keep working. I'll keep trying to get raises every year. I'll try to prove myself. You know, Once I have this position, maybe I could become general manager one day, and I'll make more money. You know, of course, that's an option. That is an option he has. You know, but while I look at it, you know, the whole what's more money than he's ever made really falls flat here. At least in this specific fight. It really does fall flat. You know, and in almost every circumstance when there has been a fight that everybody wants to see, almost every time one fighter, especially the guy who's the quote-unquote A side, makes a flat fee offer, it's always a low ball offer. And they always use, well, it's more money than he's ever made. And every single time, the quote-unquote B fighter, okay, the B side, every time the B side sticks to their gun and says, no, I'm not going to take that low ball offer, almost every time, when the fight actually happens, the B side makes more money than they were originally offered. So somebody could sit here and tell me, you know, Golovkin was offered $10 million by Oscar De La Hoya. That was more money than he's ever made. But at the end of the day, regardless of what our opinions were when we just wanted to see the damn fight and whatever, at the end of the day, Gennady Golovkin made more money, right? Because he stuck to his guns. Manny Pacquiao, somebody could sit there and tell me, well, $40 million was more than he was ever offered. If Manny Pacquiao would have accepted that $40 million offer by Mayweather, he would have been an idiot. He ended up making over $100 million. I think close to like $250 million. He would have been an idiot if he just took the $40 million. Hindsight's 20/20, all right? Deontay Wilder, I mean, he could do whatever he wants. Yes, the $12 million is the most he's ever made. But he would be an idiot if he were to take that position. Just like in my hypothetical, the dude has been giving his all to the company that's going to lowball him when he's one of their top performers. You know what? There's other companies out there that will pay you. Show your credentials, okay? You know, you might take 1 or 2 more years to get a promotion in that other company, but in the long term, you're going to get to that 60, 70 million. I'm sorry, not million, but 1,000, right? So at the end of the day, sometimes holding off and saying, nah, I ain't going to accept that offer, despite of what some assholes out there say, what's more than you've ever made? Well, at the end of the day, right, history tells me that when a strong B-side from a fight that everybody wants to see, everybody wants to see this fight, the B-side always ends up making more money than what they were originally offered. That's what history tells me. Right? So at the end of the day, it's a low ball offer. Right? And that's it. I'm out.